Because I'm trying to be quiet. We don't know if verbal things can disturb something here, right?
No, the idea was, when you say disturb, upset, if things are too loud, possibly it could anger them.
So, sorry, I see what you're talking about now. That little thing in front of you?
Yeah.
That seems to be a somewhat clicking, somewhat rolling noise. It's very faint. Looking down, it seems to be a crow made out of metal. It's kind of hopping around on the ground a little bit. Ever since you guys walked it in, its head cocked a little bit, and it's been watching you.
I will point to this globe thing while looking at it, and just hand, thumb up or thumb down. Head nod or head, pretty much nod my head. Is it yes or no to look at this? Does it respond?
It does not respond.
Alright, can I investigate this giant globe thing?
Looking at the giant globe thing, give me a history check.
That's a giant globe.
Can I try and use my lore book to get advantage?
Yes.
Now, as a teacher of the High Bardic Society College...
Alright, so looking at it, you see the general shapes of different landmasses that you know of, and there's a few little pinpricks all over it. Give me an Arcana check with advantage. Alright, so looking at it, it seems to be a map of the world of Altet, and the glowing little pins seems to be marking a certain location. With your arcane knowledge and the different symbols inscribed on this, it seems to show different links between the mortal plane and the various other planes.
Can I write this down?
I do want to mention that as you're looking at it, a few of them flicker in and out, but you are able to write them down if you would like.
Alright, so should I just put down, written locations of...
Yeah, I can mark those down on the Land of Grifeo for you in between the session and the next, if you'd like me to.
Okay, thanks. That'd probably be easier.
Can I look at the things on this table and all these books?
Let's see. As you're looking over this stuff, the stuff on the table seems to be different alchemical supplies, and there is one book that is... The rest of the books are neatly lined up. One of them is on top and opened.
Yes. Does it... Can I read it?
Yes. Give me a moment as I make that readable for you. I believe it was...
Also, I want to take the alchemical supplies if I can.
Okay, look in your journal and it should be under lore.
I'll take it later. Okay, let me go and take a peek. Oh, okay.
Alright. And while you're reading through this, is anybody else doing anything?
Riker's looking at the south wall and everything down there.
Give me a investigation.
Advantage? No advantage?
I'm gonna say advantage because you're gonna spend a while looking there if you would like to.
13 either way.
Alright, so, looking around, the books don't really pique your interest. However, there is a device off to the right-hand side that seems to be slowly dripping a material in there.
I'm watching the doorway just in case.
It's a dark red material. Okay. You watch the hallway.
I'm just
Hallway,
looking through the
yeah.
books
Yeah.
over here.
I'm looking at the books over here.
Yeah.
Alright.
So there's nothing interesting in any of the books?
Looking through, none of them are actually labeled. And you kind of look through a little bit. Nothing really seems to pique your interest.
So, I tell
Edward,
Edward
if you would like, you could do an investigation with advantage as well.
11.
Looking through, they seem to be various, Actually, both Riker and Edward give me a history, just plain history check as well. Your Lobik will not help you.
Advantage normal.
Normal.
15.
Alright, so, you both look over these. These seem to be, like, just random writings. Like, a few of them are cookbooks, a few of them are, different instructions on how to build a house. It just seems really random material.
How to serve man.
Hmm.
Can I make a
And,
general Arcana check to see what this place is?
by the way, Aussie, there was one thing that you would have noticed there, whenever you're looking through. I forgot to mention it at the moment.
Yes.
There is a... It looks somewhat out of place with the rest of the alchemy materials, but there's a plain mason jar of water on this. It looks very out of place with the rest of it.
Can I try to examine it to see if it is just water?
Give me investigation.
21.
You look through it, and you actually see the face of what seems to be an elemental swirling about in there.
Oh, I speak in Primordial to it, because Primordial is the language of the elementals. Hello.
Hello.
Are you trapped in there?
Yes.
Are you a nice person?
Yes.
That pause is daunting. Quick question. Let's just ask you a few questions, and then I'll release you when the time seems right. Do you know who was using this space previously?
The man, I know not his name.
Could you describe him for me?
He is elven in nature.
Yes.
Mortal faces are strange.
Oh no, I totally understand. They're very weird. We're very weird.
Also, I'm going to say because you know Primordial, you also know that typically elementals cannot distinguish one person from another, except for
Okay.
race.
Okay.
I also speak Primordial, so I'm just listening in.
Okay.
Yes. Why are you all eavesdropping on me all the time? Okay. Do you have a name?
By the way, I cast comprehend languages as a ritual.
Okay.
Can you not? No, that takes 10 minutes to
It
cast a
does
ritual,
take
so
10
eat it.
minutes.
Well, then I'll start doing it now.
Great,
Okay.
good for you.
I'll cast mage armor on myself.
Do you have a name? Exactly, do you have a name?
Before you even ask that, you know that most elementals don't have names.
Okay. Do you know what he used this space for?
Research. What kind? I do not know.
Okay. And what did he have you here for?
Little men like their trinkets. I guess he used me as one.
Indeed. And when I do release you, are you going to be friendly to me, or are you going to be mean?
I wish to leave.
Well, we're going to leave this place, so when we're out, you can come with us. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if I put you in my pocket?
Is it just a mason jar, or how is it actually?
It does look like a plain mason jar. It doesn't have any sort of actual symbols on it, or anything. It doesn't look like the jar itself is magical at all.
It doesn't have a top or anything?
It
Wait.
does have a top.
Can you get out? Wait, could you get out if you wanted to?
No.
No. The lid has to be opened, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Well, for convenience sake, do you mind just being in there for a little while longer until we get out of here? You're free to talk to me all you want. I'm a great conversationalist. I'll put you on my bag. Thank you.
Put down that you have an elemental in a mason jar.
Elemental in a mason jar. Everyone, good news, I have an elemental in a mason jar. Can I look around the room for a mirror?
Are you speaking to it?
Yes.
Riker pulls out a mirror from his backpack.
No.
And,
One not from you.
and then he puts it back away. And then he says, "How long has it been here?"
I call back to it. Mr. Elemental.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you there. You also know that elementals don't keep track of time.
They don't keep track of time, elementals. They just kind of sit there and wait.
Those
Also, I don't
it's
know how
one of
they
those
put either.
things that kind of just exist.
They don't really age, so I don't think they care.
Okay. So I start looking on the north wall, just like Aussie did, see if there's anything interesting. Or...
You also find that book, and I will add that to your journal. Give me one moment.
None of the other books look interesting either.
Looking through, it seems like random information like the other one.
Do these alchemist tools seem
And-
interesting? Like, special?
It seems like an average alchemist workshop.
Okay. Is it working on anything?
They don't seem to have been in use for quite some time. There is, however, a faint dripping that's coming down from this machine over here. That is slowly... Oh,
Yes.
To the south.
yeah, there. It's slowly filling up a very light bowl in the middle of it, with a red fluid.
Could I try and investigate or arcane check to see what it is?
Yeah, do an Arcana check.
Can I
So-
Standard.
Yes, you can help. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check first. It would be standard. And you have advantage.
22.
So why are you all just looking around here?
So, looking at it, it seems to be some sort of potion being made. Whatever process this takes, it seems to be somewhat automatic by this device. The potion itself seems like almost something that, well, you haven't really heard of before, but taking a look at it, doing a few light magics to help you figure out exactly what it does, you know that it helps dispel illusions that is affecting a creature. There is enough there for one dose.
Illusion. So,
Like the one.
I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is.
Can I go up? So, I just want to quickly summarize the book that I read to everyone, just so we're all kind of in a loop. Long ago, there was this immortal knight known as the Chained One, haha, lovely, who served a kingdom for many, many generations, left, and the king despised this immortal Chained One for it, and sent 3 mages after him. One that, one, basically, that tried to chain him with chains from Theamark. The Chained One took the chains for his own, and turned a city to ash. The other one tried to raise some stuff up out of the city of Dread, Plane of Dread. Yes, so yes. One created illusions that made enchanted mirrors and stuff, and broke the Chained One into all sorts of fragments across the plains. And then another one did something else.
It doesn't say.
Used his power to convert the city of Tychon and his own soul into an offering to Ether to kill the Chained One. When she did not respond, he called to Theamark. Oh, yes, the first one, sorry. The Chained One was too clever. Oh, yes, tried to dominate him with charms. However, the Chained One didn't have that, and kind of just ignore that whole thing. But that the enchantments did shatter the Chained One. So basically, the Chained One's mind was shattered, and then he gained the power of chains, and then his soul was shattered across the plains. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to understand what's going on here.
Yes. I'm gonna go read this book.
If you want, I can make that available for everybody to see.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
recommend.
imagine
We'll do a book club.
Okay.
So,
Alternate much for reading.
is there any kind of arcana or something to check that I can figure out what this room was, other than just like somewhere to study? Like maybe just
Looking around, it seems to be like a little bit of a safe room.
Okay.
By the way, you get the feeling there's 2 more secrets in this room. 2 more secret passages.
What?
Yep.
There's a tomb in this room?
No, there are 2
Two more secrets.
Yeah, 2 more secret passages
Oh. In this room.
in this room.
Okay, so is there anything else on this table over here?
Let's see. Hold up. Let me...
The top left table?
Looking at that, it seems to be various base components for different alchemical purposes. Somebody could possibly use it for crafting potions to reduce on the cost a little bit, but other than that, there's nothing that's been fully made.
Nothing on the center one either?
Nope.
Okay. What's this cask over here?
That cask seems to be filled with water.
Just straight up water?
Straight up water.
Oh, I thought you said butter.
So this crow thing, has it moved or said anything or done anything?
It has been watching Edward the entire time.
Edward.
Edward.
Not the hand. Maybe.
Can
Can
I
I
read
invest-
this book over here on the pedestal?
Yeah, what's that book?
You see a book. There's a pedestal that goes up about 3 feet, and then there's what looks to be a mummified hand coming out of the center of it, and its palm is outstretched, going backwards, and slowly floating about 3 inches above it is a leather-bound tome. It is currently closed.
Can I see if it's magic? Well, I mean, it's clearly magical.
Maybe like what kind of magic is it?
Yeah, can I see the kind of magic and if something bad would happen if I open the book?
Can you detect magic?
No, I don't have that spell.
Okay, so I can just cast that as a ritual, so I can tell you. So
Okay.
if I detect magic as a ritual, and then tell him, like, give him like various information, will that help? Klaus?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay, so I do that. I take 10 minutes, cast that, and I tell him very specifically what every part of the pedestal, the tome, hand, everything is, and what it does, and the magical sense.
And so, make me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay, I will. Arcana check. Boop. 24.
Alright, so the tome itself, the etchings on it seem to be so if somebody tried to go into another plane with it, it probably wouldn't work out well for that person. What exactly
Okay.
would happen to them, you're unsure of. The pedestal itself seems to be somewhat of a protecting or nature about it to this area. It seems to be almost the heart of this little laboratory. It offers a little bit of protection for the area and makes it so that way most stray creatures won't just find their way into it. You can tell that it powers that symbol that caused this to open up.
Okay. But the book seems fine to open?
The book seems fine to open. It doesn't seem like anything will happen if you do.
Okay, I open the book.
Maybe I'm gonna stop and maybe I should open the book since, I got the hand thing on me. I opened the door, maybe only the person who opened the door can open the book without something bad happening.
But I found the book.
Well, do you want to risk impending death? I'm opening the book.
No, I'm opening the book. I said I'm opening the book first. What is this? Hello?
I shut
I
him out of the
literally-
way and open the book.
I stopped. Fine. If it's just as easy as saying I stopped you from opening the book, I stopped you from opening the book and I opened the book.
Okay, what should we roll to
I'm gonna say give me an athletics as you're fighting over this book.
I
Can
don't
you
even
roll
care. I
something
just want to
good?
open the damn book.
I want the
Why
book to
can't you
be able
let me
to
do
rip in half.
Damn it,
Well, why
it
do
could
you
be
have to do
dangerous
it?
if
That's
the
the
wrong
thing.
person opens
Because
it.
I am a teacher. I like books.
I will tell you what's in the book once we make sure that...
I would like to see it
Good job.
firsthand. There has
Then
been
I'll-
no indication that your hand is necessary here.
Okay. With that roll, would it be... Could anyone open that book, you said?
There's not any sort of protection or anything that's locking it. It seems like almost it's inviting you to look into it. The pages kind of float a little bit magically in the little bit of space that they're allowed in the book. Also, the only time that this book could be dangerous is if you try to go into another plane with it.
I don't tell him that.
I'm just like, okay, we'll flip a coin for it, alright?
Why can't I just open the book? I'm a teacher.
Well,
I'm a book person.
Well, I'm a scholar, alright? Like, I'm a wizard trying to gather as much information as well.
I'm a bard. That's what we do. We gather information.
I'm a wizard. We do that too.
Riker recommends we do not open the book. Period.
I'm standing by the door. I don't trust this anymore. We've been here too long.
I'm still outside.
By the way, Alton, I do want you to roll me a perception check.
Oh my goodness. See?
Edward, how about this? Why don't we both stand next to each other and both open the book at the same time? That way we can say that we both discovered it first.
Yeah, you can both hold hands and open at the same time.
Yes, how about this?
Alton, to the south, you vaguely see the outline of whatever you saw when you first entered the wooded area.
The weird glowy blue thing?
Not the glowy blue thing, the one that had the glowing eyes. Like the white glowing eyes with the dark shadowy hair.
Fuck. I quickly go in this far and then yell out, "Hey guys, something's coming." And it's got
Oh shit.
freaky features.
Do you describe that to me?
No. And I come running back out.
Maybe it's the guy.
You want us? You can open the book. I'm out of here.
When I see it, I tell him it ran away, and we should really fear it, I don't think.
I open the book.
Alright, I'll add that to you. Read the forward first.
The foreword?
Yep, it's spoken into
Okay.
2 parts.
Okay. Am I supposed to read this aloud?
You can if you want to, you don't have to.
I'll just...
It's just the
No,
forward
for the
comes
sake of
first
people.
in the book. I had to break
Yeah,
it
I
up.
get it.
Yeah.
I assume you're not reading it out loud.
Well, do you want me to? Would you all like me to read this book aloud?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If it's prudent.
I am Ethar Terrace. I am a mage of Om-Siran. At the time of me writing this, the date is currently 1334, in the age of isolation. Throughout my time venturing the various realms of existence, I have found it rather difficult to talk to others about my findings, due to how little information most people have. Many do not even know about other realms. If you, dear reader, are one of those people, please be assured, other realms exist. These are places you may simply walk to or drop through a hole or portal like some stories may suggest. It is very easy to arrive in one without truly intending to. It is not commonly heard of due to very few coming back. These are areas on the Prime Realm that are more heavily affected by a realm than others. These are called bleeds, covered in every chapter. This book will be separated into several chapters covering the basics of each of the planes. I do not wish for these notes to be left in libraries where they may rot. I will leave them in various labs throughout the plane so that those who encounter them will be the ones who most likely need it. I ask that if you find my works in a library after some archivist decided to gather them despite my wishes, take them out and find them a proper place.
Interesting. So take the book.
I'm taking the book, you fool.
That's
maybe we
what I'm
should not-
telling you
No,
to
wait,
do.
you don't take the book, you leave the book here. That's exactly what it
I-
said. You leave the book here.
I feel like I got the opposite. You should take the book off.
No,
No,
leave it
you
here.
leave the book.
Can I just
The
like
whole-
copy? Can
I tell him about the thing that if you take the book out, there's like a curse on it.
You take it to another plane. Are we on another plane?
Environment, stable, breathable, entirely made out of what seems like carved stone walls and roofing, with floors of complete blackness with a smooth texture. A slight cold wind blows through. This realm is split into countless pieces. Each does have a portal leading into the Prime Realm at some point within them, though they are difficult to get to. It seems as if creatures who have not met their entrance to this plane, who have not met before their entrance to this plane, and if they are not strong enough of will, Other creatures will appear as if they were some sort of monstrosity instead of their true form. The longer I stay, the harder it is to maintain my vision. True sight has proven ineffective at ignoring this, though blind sight appears to be unaffected. There is a single natural portal in every fragment of Frightened, which is the dimension that we are currently in. These portals are locked through various means. Other notes. There's a series of trials and error. I have found that not only does naturally lit fire, using my tinderbox, cause a small area on the ground beneath it to turn white for a short amount of time, but also a creature who is fully healthy and taken down by only flame of any kind may reawaken and be immune to the personal effects for a day or so. I have also successfully made a potion who seems to fend off this for a week. I have made a device to keep making this potion found in my laboratory. However, it takes almost a week to replenish. Creatures have shown to be more likely to create traps while in this plane and under the personal effects of the plane. There seem to be less creatures and more traps the closer you get to the portal. Bleeds often causes people to become terrified of everyday things. How I found this place was due to a woman screaming at a squirrel in terror. Natural inhabitants, none, exclusively other planar, that's crossed out. You are wrong.
Wait. We don't have time to read this book, do we? We still got that dude coming at us from the outside.
It's not
Just
coming
go-
at you,
Are
it's
they
just
coming at you?
standing there.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Continue.
It says that... Okay. Well, that's that. I close the book again, and I silently thank Ethgar Terrace. And I
And-
copy it down in my own notebook, I guess.
Edward, either side of you,
Yeah?
you feel a pull.
Oh, what's the poll?
North
Either
and south?
side. Yep.
Interesting, I should say, that this is volume 56. So that's that.
Wait, I'm doing a poll both north and south.
Yep.
Yes.
Is it directly north of me, or?
Yep, directly north and directly south.
Well, I will investigate the wall again, see if I can find another handprint thing.
Looking around the same spot, towards the very bottom, you do find another handprint.
Oh yeah, we should probably grab that potion.
I don't think we should disturb anything yet.
Well, it's
Good
just one of
point,
us,
good
and it only lasts for... I mean, it's just
I was
one.
thinking for like, yeah. Then again, that human guy probably won't want to drink anything we give him. Okay, I put my hand on the print.
Here's a thought. If it was going to make it automatically, and it creates one dose every week, then that would mean that someone was here a week ago.
You get the sense from the design of it that if it fills up, it won't continue filling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that means
But it
somebody
was
took
filling up.
ago.
So, as you place your hand on this, the entire wall opens up, and you see what looks to be a scribe workbench, as well as a little bit of an arcane well. You get the idea that this is something that was used to use arcane charges in different devices. The scribe table itself seems to be like it's been made to use, create scrolls, and there is currently a completed scroll upon it.
A complete
said
scroll of
art.
what?
A completed scroll upon it.
Upon it?
Scroll of what?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
I thought you were literally saying it's a scroll of upon it. Like, what's
20.
upon it?
Oh, nay.
Let me send this to you real quick.
I'll share the information with the wizard.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it in the general chat.
Yeah.
It has that spell on it.
Arcane Vortex. You create a sphere of spiraling arcane forces at a point you choose within range. Creatures within that area must roll a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creatures receive 66 force damage and are pulled to the center.
Like a big
You said arcane charges?
Hold up. That blue glowing thing right there, Edward got the feeling that that was used to recharge magical devices through the use of arcane charges. It seems to be specifically made to, create that spell every so often.
So it really didn't have any use for us.
I don't believe you have any devices that can make use of it.
Is it okay to take the scroll?
Do you check for any sort of traps attached to it?
Yeah, pretty much anything arcana or physical.
Alright, just give me investigation then.
Oh god.
You know, that's like, it's almost inviting you to just pick it up and take it.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Can I check?
Yes.
Investigation. 23. Wow, I'm really good today.
You don't see anything that is going on with it. Looking at the paper itself, it seems to be about 150 or so odd years old.
Okay.
So,
150 or something. Okay.
you don't see any sort of magical detections of this. You do, however, see that the, if somebody tried to dip into the arcane charges, and they weren't the creator of it, they probably would explode.
Okay. But the scroll is safe to take.
Yes.
Okay, I pick up the scroll and I give it to Mr. Wizard.
I'm gonna do the same thing with the south wall.
Alright.
The scroll is yours, Edward. May you add it to your spell book with great timeliness.
Oh, thanks. I'll Yeah, I'm probably sure it's probably gonna take time to put in my scroll book, but for right now I'll hang on to the scroll of
It's also third
Arcane
level.
Vortex.
Yes, from what I could tell, it was third.
You find
bed.
a small sleeping area.
Oh my goodness. Guys,
Is that
let's
it?
see.
Yep, it doesn't have anything of interest in it.
Nothing
the bed-
underneath.
It does have
nothing on the
nice.
bed.
It does have nice silken sheets.
Can I take the sheet?
No, don't take the sheets.
Oh, but we could make outfits!
That's disrespectful, man.
Oh, fine.
So when Edward is walking past, like near the crow, I take his hand with the, I just like abruptly lift up his hand with the mark, and I like point it towards the crow, like out, and I say, try to talk to it, and I see if the crow moves because I move his hand towards it.
The crow seems to be following his hand.
You know, you guys, I just had a thought. We could take this dose of the anti-illusion potion back to one of the leaders, the human or the orc.
That's what I was thinking, but the thing is, the orc already trusts us. The problem
Yes,
is
but would he trust the human? And would the human trust the orcs, but then would the human trust the potion?
And I do want to also clarify that this potion does not have to be drunken, it just has to make contact with skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, do you really want to walk all the way back there through those chains?
Well, no, I'm just saying, I think we're going to have to eventually. If we're going to
all
get...
I know is that human guy said if we don't return in 3 days with the other human, he will hunt us down and kill us, so...
Yes.
We should probably return at some point.
Return
I know
what?
it's at least a day.
I pick up the dose.
What are we returning with? I'm confused.
With
We need-
Ryan.
Yeah, we need to
What?
return with Reinhardt so the human tribe doesn't kill us.
Who's Reinhardt?
The human. The
By Arthur.
human NPC.
The one that's been following us this whole time.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, I wasn't here during that time, so I don't know how
Oh,
happened.
that would
So are you
explain.
gonna try to communicate with this crow, or?
Yeah, like, can I communicate it with it at all?
What do you say to it?
I'll just say, like, can you speak?
No response.
Ask it to come to you.
I hold out my hand on the ground. You're like, just do that. Not saying anything.
You put your
Got it.
burnt hand out on the ground, and it begins hopping towards it.
I wait till it's on time.
Hops onto your hand, and in an instant, its form melts right onto your hand. The burnt bits glow for a moment, and it's just done. Your hand is completely fine. There's a little bit of a bone left, and the bone is gone.
Okay, then, do I feel any different?
Nope.
Does my hand look any different at all besides the burn?
Give me an Arcana check.
$22.
Basically, for the moment, your hand is a interdimensional space for exactly one thing, which is the Silver Raven, which is a fingering of power. As an action, you can call upon it. Go ahead and look up the Silver Raven. No, I'll find a link for you.
Yeah, that might be faster.
Okay, well, shall we talk about the blood-inscribed hope is lost thing now?
Where does it say that?